everybody. We're coming at you from Brenda's room.
This is my room. Welcome.
Yes, we're back home. It's been like what?
A week, I think.
Yeah. Oh my
A
god.
week.
Oh my god, a week since the concert.
I think so.
Yes,
A week.
because it's
Oh
Monday.
Oh
And
my
the concert was on
God.
Sunday.
Okay, so
I'm
it's
like
sad.
a week.
Oh my god.
Almost a week and a half.
I know.
That is
oh shit, I'm
crazy.
freaking
We're back
broke.
home.
But yeah, we took a second to do this because life's crazy. We have stuff to do. But we're here. We're going to show you our freebies. And we're also going to tell you about the traumatic experience.
Yeah, our whole experience with this concert.
Yeah.
Everything leading up to it.
Yeah, not the concert itself.
During as well.
Yeah.
At some point.
Well, at the beginning.
At the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, so this will probably be its own video because it's going to be a long one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Talking about everything.
So, of course, at first, we got the announcement, right, that they were going on tour. Super excited, super happy.
Yeah.
And then they got the tickets because I was actually at school. So,
Yeah, because we got the tickets in November.
Well,
Actually.
Brenda got the tickets. Brenda got the tickets. I was on, because I had just gotten off from work, I think, and I was on my way. I had to do something for school. So I was driving to where I had to go, and I was on the phone with Brenda, and it was pretty traumatic.
It was. We got them in November because that was the time where it was gonna be the pre-sale for the general admission. And yeah, I mean, like we said so on the previous video, we tried to get for Arlington. We tried to, but tickets went out like this. And the only ones that were left were like at the very back.
Yeah. And then the Phoenix one was weird because it wasn't this other. It was not through Ticketmaster. It was through another website. I don't remember the name.
No,
no, that was
no, that's for 18.
That's what
It's because we're so excited to see ATs, and it doesn't help that we got these two so close to each other.
That's true.
Yeah.
So we keep mixing it up, and I'm pretty sure you can tell in one of my past videos I said we were getting ATs merch.
And no, it was Stray
It was
Kids.
Stray Kids merch, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Forgive her, please. Please
cancel
forgive her.
me.
I know, for
She's
real.
a stay teeny, okay?
Yeah, it's hard. It's tough being here.
But
Yeah.
for this concert, we wanted to be more in front. Because the previous concert where me and Liani went, my sister was supposed to go too, but she couldn't. Of the 80s towards the light tour on Phoenix, we were at the very back and like towards the side. And this time for Stray Kids, we wanted to be more in front. But they were only available, the only ones left were at the very back, so it was kind of gonna be like the same thing. That's not what we wanted, so I remember we were really upset.
Oh, yeah. We
Me and my sister were really upset. But then I think she called me and she told me that they had opened a second day for LA. And that in an hour, I think, they were going to go into sale. And and yeah, I think it's hilarious because we were both on the phone, remember? And I think you were driving to somewhere while we were doing this, while I was trying to like get the tickets. But no, yeah, like we again with this one, like it was running out like this.
Yeah.
But we did manage to get VIP section 245 in SoFi Stadium, which is pretty good. It is more on front.
You were like in the second section, so I mean we like
Because it's like floor, and then it was like the first second, and it was like second section. I think that was us,
Yeah,
right?
we were like in the second section. Like
and-
you could see them like they were like this.
Yeah.
But it was still like a clear view, and I mean like they had a lot of like
screens.
screens. Yeah. So
Because we were on the 15th row, but even so, they were still pretty good seats in my opinion, and we were able to get them. But I remember we were like very, very anxious because they were like running out so fast. And
yeah, literally like in a matter like of seconds, and then it was like it was there, and then it was great, and then it was like everything was going great. It was like, oh my god, Brenda, please!
I know.
Give it something.
We were so anxious. And actually, we could have gotten a VIP for Stray Kids.
Yeah.
Remember?
Imagine you could have been there in the front.
Because we were able to get 3 of them. Where was this, in LA as well?
Yeah.
In LA, we were able to get 3 of them, but we wanted to do it through payments. The thing is that we first wanted to try it on Klarna or whatever the one it's called.
Whatever.
But it was really, the interest rate was really high.
We were literally gonna be paying like 3 times the worth of the ticket. So I was like, oh no.
And then I was like, oh, well, we should try PayPal because I've used PayPal before. And PayPal has like the 4 payments where like they don't
The way he's just looking.
I know. Well, where they don't give you any interest or whatever. But we ran out of time. So then the tickets were again let out and they were not there anymore.
Obviously, they were snagged as soon as
They were snatched.
As soon as they were released. So I mean, yeah.
But yeah, we managed to get those tickets.
And we're grateful.
We are grateful.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, because I told them like just grab those, like, you know. But we're grateful. I mean, hopefully, like my next goal is to hopefully be on VIP for next Stray Kids concert.
Yes.
Whenever they go on concert again.
But yeah, hopefully they take their time because, you know, like I feel like you'll be really exhausted if you go world tour after world tour. Like somebody freaking 18.
I know. I can't believe they're like doing it again.
No, yeah, me too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I was sad that they weren't touring anymore because I was like, damn, like, when are we gonna be able to see them again? You know? But then it happened like in a year, and I was like, fuck, that was quickly.
Like, we're excited.
Not even a year.
We feel bad at the same time because that kind of sucks. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the ticket process for this concert. And we'll update you about like ATs later on. That's gonna be like a separate.
That's gonna
saga.
be on the AT saga.
Yeah, that's gonna be the AT saga because right now we're in Stray Kids saga.
Yeah.
So it's gonna stay with Stray Kids.
Yeah. This is probably gonna be the last video of actually of Stray Kids saga.
So sad.
Sad, bro.
It's coming to an end.
Yeah, this is gonna be the last episode, the last part. But yeah, so that happened. We're gonna. Oh yeah, so we went to Little Tokyo, right? The morning of.
Yeah.
Ready to go. You'll see that in the prior video.
Yeah.
Ready to go. We went to Little Tokyo. We were going to be there 2 hours early. Parked at the stadium 2 hours early so we could go around people, freebies, you know, TikTok stuff.
Yeah.
It didn't work out.
We always plan something. We always say that we're gonna do something, and it never ends up being that way. Never. As you could have probably like tell by the previous videos, it never goes like how we say that we're gonna do. But whatever, it's fine.
So like literally as soon as we got in like the vicinity, like not even like right there by SoFi Stadium, we were like all the way over here, and there was already lines and lines of traffic.
Yeah.
So much traffic. It took us so long, and then we still stopped at McDonald's and we used the restroom, and then we got back into the traffic. And we thought about it because Hasmin actually brought it up. She was like, "Oh, like I think we're gonna have to park over here," and we were like, "Well, hopefully not. Like, hopefully we can just like park at the parking structures or something."
Yeah, I remember I said like we should maybe park there because that's how everyone going inside there. It was some like, well, yeah, like it was like where all the stores were at. So it was like maybe we're like should park there, or because like everyone is going there, you know. And I just saw like all the traffic, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, because there were a lot of stays walking towards the stadium.
Yeah, so I was like, they're probably parked, but you know what, over there and just walking.
Yeah, because they were coming from like different like stores that were like around the area. They're just walking over.
They were just walking, exactly.
And we were like, well, let's check like the parking that we were originally gonna go to, and if it's full, then we'll just park back here, like where everyone else is parking. Bro, we didn't even make it to the parking that we had originally plan to park at, because all of the surrounding ones, bro, they were full, and then they were like costing like $60 to $75. Like, who knows how much more it would have been to get even closer to the stadium? Because the parking lot that we had parked at for the merge was right in front of the stadium.
Right.
That would probably been like $100 or something. Like,
yeah, because they basically said that for you to get that parking, you needed to buy it before.
Yeah, but we didn't know that.
But we didn't know that. But at the same time, we don't know how
much it would have been.
It would have been.
Yeah. Even if it was beforehand, maybe you're right. Maybe it would have been like $100. Like, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. But basically, we couldn't use that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, there's like a Target nearby. Let's go park at the Target. And so I was more traffic going back.
Yeah.
And then when we got to the Target parking lot, there were signs saying that we would be towed if we parked there.
Oh, this was another like terrifying.
And right in the middle of the
Stop.
parking lot was a fucking security truck, and we were like,
Maybe we should not park here.
I know. He's gonna see us get out with our light sticks. All
I
dressed. He's gonna be
know.
like,
Walking towards the stadium.
That
would
would.
tow them.
I
right
know.
now.
Like on speed dial, like beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, for real. We were like, maybe not here.
Maybe we shouldn't risk it. Yeah.
So, like, it was still in the same, like, placita that we parked in, but we just went further out to, like, another store where it didn't have any signs. And even then, Hasmina was like, what if we get towed? And we were like, Hasmina, it'll be fine. We have to think it'll be fine.
We have to think positive.
Think positive.
Like everything's gonna be fine. When we come back from the concert, the SUV's still gonna be here.
Yeah. But it was still in the back of our minds, like,
Waiting
Yeah,
for us.
let's-
Yeah.
I forgot about it when we were at the concert, but then once we started walking towards it, I was like,
We were
God.
like,
I know.
this is the moment of truth.
I know, for real.
Yeah.
It's gone, bro. How
I
are we
know.
getting back?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Seeing some, I don't know if I told you or I sent it through our group chat that people who were parking like at those like parking lots, like the purple one or pink, like that, they got like they broke into their car and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
At that show, and then like this girl made a video about it. She said that somebody stole her gym bag, and then the other person said that they stole like her like underwear, used underwear, and some other stuff.
I mean, you wouldn't think that they would be able to do that because they're paying for this parking.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
there's probably no insecurity because it's just like an open, open parking
No,
lot.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying that it should be kind of like worth your money.
No, yeah.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
you would think it
That
would be more secure.
more
pero-
secure because it's like right there, but
Yeah, it's because, yeah, it makes sense. It's just open, and then where we park, there's a bunch of, like, buildings. And there was an in and out, so there's constant traffic.
yeah, because
So,
we parked where there were a lot of cars.
yeah. And then as we were walking to the stadium, like, in traffic, there was this car with, like, two women inside. And they gave us a freebie. They were like, oh, are you going to the concert? We were like, yes.
It was like,
we,
you want a freebie? And we were like, yeah. And then, yeah, we got
Yeah.
we obviously looked like we were going to the concert.
obviously the light stick, the outfit.
The outfit.
Yeah.
Which, might I say, we ate.
Yeah,
And
we
we
ate.
Everyone was saying it too, and I was just like hyping myself up.
I
because-
know, they were like, oh, nice outfit.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
like, "Oh." And then I would
We
hear them,
ate.
like, they would be passing by, and they were like, why does everyone look so good? And they were looking at us, and I was just like, yeah.
And it was like,
No, yeah, we ate with the outfits. Not bad.
Yeah, we did.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so we got to the stadium, we found our seats, or so we thought.
Or so we thought that we found our seats.
So we were in section, the VIP 245. Remember that, 245. And then row 15, whatever seats, right? So we go, we sit down, we're like, oh my god, this is great. There's nobody behind us. Like, we can, like, stand up, we can dance, we can chill, you know, it'll be great.
Yeah.
We're chilling, the first song starts.
Yeah.
we were were there for a while, like half an hour, like 40 minutes. We were like 40 minutes, like sitting there, right?
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
even had time to get up and do our TikTok video, which I will link the TikTok down below, so you can go see it. But we did our TikTok, and then we came back, and we were still chilling, and then the whole intro went through, and then the first song started, and we were still there.
We were still there. We were still chilling. We were there cheering.
And then
And then
I was at the end, and this woman comes up to us, and she goes like that, and I'm like, oh, maybe she wants to pass through, so I go backwards, right, so she can pass in front, and she doesn't. She points at the seat, and I'm like, I mean, weird, but okay, maybe she wants to pass through the back of me, like, okay.
So she went forward.
Yeah, I just went forward. I was like, okay, and I'm trying to look back, and then she's like, this is our seat, or something like that, and I was like, bitch, like, and it was like, no.
Yeah, she was like,
I was like,
Nor.
no. I was like, who the hell does this bitch think she is? Like, at first I was like judging, and then I was like, okay, maybe they like double booked the seat, right? Because I was super sure of where we were.
Yeah.
And I was like, I look over at it, and then I'm like, show her. And then, get it
Because you looked at me and I was kind of like, oh, like, you know, like something like they're saying it's our seat. So then I turned around to Brenda because it was Liani, me, and then Brenda. So like I was in the middle and then Brenda was on the other side. So then I turned around and then I was like Brenda, like show her our seats, like show her our tickets, you know, like this is where we're supposed to sit. And then Brenda was over here. And so I'm like, Brenda, show us our seats.
I was too distracted by the concert.
And then Brenda was like,
And then I couldn't hear her either. She was like this, and I was like, what? Like, the concert tickets, like, show it to them, and I was like, oh,
we're over
okay.
here like, Brenda,
I was like, and then, yeah, I pulled out the tickets, and then I showed it to Liani.
Yeah,
right?
and then I showed it to her, and I was like, well, it shows it right here, and I'm looking around, and that's when I see the sign that's right there.
The section sign.
VIP, 246. Not 245, like we thought.
246.
246. And so I'm like, oh, we're the ones in the wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't want her to think that we were trying to, like, steal her seats, you know? So I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
of
look.
course.
And then I pointed it out. I was like, oh, we thought it was this one. We're going to go over there. And then she was just like, whatever. Like, she didn't care. She just wanted to get in her seats, which, honestly, understandable.
Yeah,
Of
I mean,
course,
she just
there's
wanted to-
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
We were the ones that were on their seats. We were the ones that were
We made the mistake, yeah.
Yeah, we mistaken.
I just thought it was funny because we were like we crossed over and then everyone was like
Yeah,
like
everyone
looking
was,
at
like,
us
looking at us
like
Yeah,
we're kind
because
of like, oh, like why are they leaving? And they kind of looking at us like
Yeah.
oh, they try to steal someone's seats or
For
something.
real.
I don't know.
yeah,
They
because we
gave me
went to
that
the
vibe.
back.
Yeah, like, they were like joking. They were like, really, bro? You thought you could get away with that?
I know, for real.
Yeah, but yeah, we went through the back, like where the stairs were. Then we went down to our section, and then to our actual seat.
To our
actual seat.
To our actual seats, which there was still like rows behind us, but we still had a bunch of
I
fun.
mean,
We didn't care.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Everybody was like standing,
Yeah.
or mostly standing.
I was not ready for that.
I was kind of glad about that everyone was mostly standing because that way I wouldn't feel like I'm like, oh, I have to
Yeah.
sit down because the one behind me are sitting down and I don't want to block them.
Yeah,
I mean,
So
yeah.
like all of our section was always standing. and they were
yeah,
kind of
we
like
were always like up and
like you know
dancing
like
and
dancing.
Yeah, the good thing about the sections is that there's like one above the other. So
yeah.
even if we were standing, I feel like the people back of us would still be able to see.
Yeah, they were just
Because
like
they are still like a little bit above us, you
Oh,
know.
that's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, but almost everybody was like standing.
Yeah.
At least in our section they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were dancing a lot, but yeah, that was like one of the biggest things that happened. But we later forgot about it because
And you know-
Stray Kids was there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the concert continued.
Exactly.
Like at first I was kind of like, oh my goodness, how
I
embarrassing.
know.
But then like as
Yeah.
I mean obviously like as the concert was like just progressing and shit, I kind of forgot about it. It was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because like we were already on our seats, you know. Like this
Oh, yeah.
for sure were our seats.
Oh,
And
yeah,
there was
for
no
sure,
other
bro.
people, like person gonna come up to us and be like, oh, actually,
Yeah. Imagine? Oh my
I
goodness.
was so
I'd be
done.
like,
And I'm like, you
No.
guys said it was right here. It has to be.
yeah, but no, we were actually in our seats this
Yeah.
time, so
And
everything's good.
everything was good. We were dancing, and all of a sudden I look over, and Hasmin's light stick.
Oh, that's true. Like Jasmine's like light stick mid concert
Yeah.
just stopped
Gave up.
working. She started tweaking.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Because everyone else was like orange and shit, and then mine was white. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I tried to connect it and stuff, and they didn't even try to help me. But I was like, it's fine. It's
I
just,
tried
like,
to help her
like
too.
just look at the
Yeah.
concert, you know, because I didn't want them to
Yeah.
miss. So I was like, it's okay, whatever. And then I was looking around, and other people, I guess, like Lexus were also tweaking. So I was like, okay, I'm not the only one.
Yeah, because that's what I was telling her too. I was like, because I was like looking as well, and there were some that were just white, kind of like hers. And I was like, yeah, you see, like it's okay. Like, not everybody's light stick is gonna be working.
Yeah.
Hers was though, but
Yeah,
it
it was
just
working.
suddenly like
It was, and
Yeah,
I started
it
tweaking
stopped
for some
working.
reason.
Like it just like disconnected.
ours did work.
Yeah, and
Like,
then I would
ours-
connect it, and then it would disconnect. I don't know, it was
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was
But
weird.
that
Yeah.
happened. We thought that maybe it was the battery, but then when it turned on, it had like 2 bars, so it was kind of like, okay, then it's
Yeah.
not that.
Yeah.
It was something else.
But it's okay. It didn't impact my. I was still having fun and stuff. I was still doing the lights. I'm like,
Exactly. Oh yeah. And then didn't you try to leave like mid concert también? Why? It's I think because they were doing it's because Stray
Oh,
Kids.
I thought it was over.
Yeah.
I was like, it's over. And I got my
Oh,
shit.
God. At the K-pop concerts, they like to be like, okay, bye, and then they'll leave. But in
And then-
actuality, they're gonna come back.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
And so they left, right? And then Hasmin's like picking up her stuff, and she's like
I
ready to go.
know.
And then we're just sitting down looking at her.
Well, Brenda
know.
actually pulled me back because they came back because I was trying to grab my shit.
I was like, where are you going?
And then Brenda pulled me back and she's like, they're coming back. And I was like, oh.
And then she continued.
And then I continued.
There were some people that
Fangirl.
weren't lucky though. I was seeing TikToks of people that actually thought it was
Oh
over
my
and
god,
they
that's
left,
true.
left.
That they left.
Damn.
You're right, that's true. I did see that. They're like, oh, like, I literally thought they were already done and I missed like the last part of the concert. Like, I'm so sad.
Yeah.
And then people in the comments were like, yeah, like when they say bye, they don't actually mean that they're leaving.
No.
Yeah, you have to
Like, you
wait.
don't leave until everybody else leaves, okay? If you see that, oh, they're like, oh, bye, guys, but everybody's still there seated,
Yeah.
don't leave. Just stay there, okay?
Also, if all of the lights are not on, they're probably coming back, guys. Like,
Yeah.
just wait a second.
Yeah.
Because they like to tease us, they like to mess with us,
They like to joke around.
but they
But-
come back.
Yeah. They're still not done.
Yeah, they're still not done.
Mhm.
But yeah, so it was that, and then
Do you want to talk about the incident with Miro?
no,
No. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. It's
Well-
too TMI.
Well, I guess it's just like, I'll just, well, I got too excited, or what I'll say it. Obviously, like, not like the whole incident, but, I was like super excited when they started like singing like Meryl because I really wanted to like hear that song. So I was really like jumping and
Everybody
shit.
jumps in that song.
And then I was like, yeah. But like my outfit was kind of like,
I'm pretty sure they started. They
yeah,
saw
it
your
was
outfit,
like
right?
yeah, they already
Yeah.
saw it.
Okay.
It was the
So it's basically open from here, but it's tied here like by strings.
yeah, just by one
Right.
string. So then literally like I almost had like an accident. But
Uh-huh.
I noticed and Brenda also noticed.
Yeah, I
like,
noticed
she-
because I don't know how I looked, and then I saw like, oh, do I say it?
No.
Okay. Well, then I saw something sus. I'm kidding, but and then I was like, oh, hey, like your like
move your top.
yeah, like your top. No, it's not a dress. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Dress, but-
dress.
And
The
then
romper.
and then Jasmine was like, and then she she fixed it.
Yeah, so like I almost had like an accident, like you know, I almost exposed myself.
She-
Yeah.
To Stray
She almost
Kids.
got exposed.
Thankfully, everyone was too
excited for me.
too
Yeah.
too concentrated on Stray Kids and on the song that nobody even noticed. But We almost had an accident. Because I actually had bought in tape, but we had no time. We literally took an
Yeah,
hour to
that's
find
what I was
parking.
gonna say.
And I'm like, we have to leave. We have to leave now.
Yeah,
So then I didn't even put my boat either. The one that I had showed that I was gonna wear. I didn't put it either
because we were really
like
trying to
yeah.
hurry up.
Because as soon as we parked, we needed to retouch our makeup because we were wearing it the whole day.
Oh yeah.
So we were like spraying deodorant, getting gum, like we were doing the worst, bro.
Like,
Yeah, it was the
Uh-huh.
whole thing.
So yeah, there was no time for that.
Yeah.